Need to make sure I'm actually live here. Hold on. Oh, that's weird. Okay. Okay. Am I live? I think I am live. Good morning, Kathy. Good morning, Joanne. Hi, hello. I'm going to see if I can't bring this up on the computer. Okay. Oh, I don't want that. Yes, I do want that. That's what I want. Okay. And I want to make sure that I have live chat so I see everybody. Good morning. Morning, Lila. Is that Lila? I don't have my glasses on. I should grab my glasses because, you know, I'll read everything wrong. How is everyone today? Are you ready to make this tote? This is quite the endeavor. So, oh, that's much better. Yes, Lila. Good morning. Good morning, Angela. Good morning, Annette. Hi. Everybody's coming in. I'm starting a little bit early today. That's good. And we're making this tote, this cute little tote insert. You know, a lot of you probably have I think it was the purple one we got with the 80s. It was a Kimberbell Day thing. It was a Kimberbell event all around the 80s. So we got one of these totes. Everything came in one of these totes for that event. And so now, let me know if the sound is okay. I feel like it's a little loud. I mean, there we go. Is that too low? Is that too, how's that? But yeah, now we can use it. We have a little insert in there. We can take it to our classes or just around town. Good morning. Good morning, good morning. Betty, Arlene, Quilts for Fun. Hi. All right. So let's go over what we need. Today, this is going to be a 2-day thing. Let's talk about that. Putting it together is a little involved, so I didn't want to do it all in one day. Plus, there are 10 hoopings. They're simple hoopings, and they should go quickly. But we're just going to do the hoopings today and get all of our components ready to put together tomorrow. And we'll go, you know, that way, you know, it's not the end of the day and we're not trying to use our brains too much. I know for me, that's going to be a better thing. How much is the tote? Oh, how much is the tote? Lori, can you find a price on the totes?
A price on the totes?
Yeah.
The jelly?
The jelly tote. Yeah, I'm sorry.
I think
they're $20.
they're $20 bucks.
$20. And I'm pretty sure you have both colors.
I think the seal is $23.99. They charged me more for those. Did you hear that? They're here.
Okay.
$19.99 for the purple.
Okay.
And $23.99 for these.
Oh, wow.
They charged me $14.99. So
okay. So yeah, this one's a little more expensive. The purple one is $19.91. This color is $23. But still, that's a great value. And this is what it looks like with the insert in it. You know, you have a little zipper pocket here. It's all lined and looks pretty. And a big pocket here and lots of little pockets for your pins and your pockets on the side even. I don't know if you can get a very good look at that, but it sure makes it more functional, right? That's going to be so much fun. I like want one in every color. Yeah, about 20 bucks. 19.99 and 23.99. Yes, and she has both colors. We're doing the purple today. Just because I'll take this out and let you look at it. Just because, you know, I've made this color, so I wanted to make the other color. See, it looks really nice. It's all, this is where I closed it up for the turning. But yeah, that is what we are going to be making right here, just in purple. And you could actually, if you have any kind of, you could actually make a tote for this. You know, you don't have to use the jelly tote, of course. You could actually, you know, get these dimensions and make your own little tote out of just the fabrics you have at home. This would give it some structure if you made your own tote. So, yeah, this is pretty good. It's pretty good structure there. It's got a kind of a, well, it's got that shape flex, or not shape flex, it's shape form on the bottom, so the bottom stays square. You know, so there's lots of things you can do with that. And we are making the purple one. Okay. The purple one comes with a gray lining stripe. We have to cut this a certain way, and we'll talk about that. And then we have our like our pocket, you know, our pockets and stuff come out of this. And this is our lining for everything. And we have our shape form. We have all of our batting. I'm using Kimberbell project batting. I'm falling in love with this batting for projects, not so much for quilts, but for projects. I really like it. It doesn't get too bulky. And then we have our more of our lining, and this has all of these pieces has SF101 on them. I won't talk about which pieces we need to do that with. We have our zipper. Okay, and those are the fabrics and stuff we need. And I also have 10 pieces of the medium cutaway ready to go for my hoopings. So that's ready to go, all cut. 6x10 hoop. I have various rulers. I just have my favorites, just in case. I'm not sure. It's been a while since I made that. I'm not sure. I think we can use my Trimmer by George, just to get rid of the stabilizer around our hoopings, but we'll see. We'll see if that works. And then, you know, these are my favorites. So I have those, and then I have all of my, you know, scissors and markers and I don't know, just a lot of stuff I don't need, but some of the stuff I will. And I think that's it. As far as it's very simple in the way you don't need a lot of stuff. Your kit comes with all the shape form. It comes with all the fabric. You have to provide the batting and the fusible SF101, of course, and your stabilizer. Paper tape, the zipper, and the jelly tote. Let's talk about cutting. I don't know if any of you have cut your I'm going to try and zoom you in here. Let me see. As I want you to see what I see here. Yeah, I think that looks better. Okay. So, when it comes to the stripes, and you may be using your own stash, but if you got the kit, you have the stripes in here. And there's a notation down here that the fabric is directional and that they have a cutting diagram on the next page to help you cut out. So all of your, let's see if I did it right on this one. So all of your, let's see, why would we worry about it? See this, I think this little piece here should be going up and down too. So it looks like I didn't pay attention and didn't cut it correctly, but I did this time. So that's probably why I paid close attention. So that all of the stripes are going horizontal in your bag. So that's what we're gonna try to do. And it tells you on page 4, and cut the panel A and the panel B, and we're talking just the stripes here. So we have a panel A and a panel B, and the below zipper, this one, with the lines running parallel to the long edge. So let's see, I'll show you what I have. Hopefully I did it right. So I have the panel A, and we need 3 of those, right? We're going to be making 3 of those. Those are going to be, I can't see the questions very well. Let's see. Just make sure I'm not missing anything. Yours is all ready to sew. Yay! No sound. Do I not have sound? Oh, finally have sound. Okay, good. Hi, Lisa. Yes, watch and then make it later. Okay, so it's telling me that these 6.5 by 9.5, the 3 of those, the lines need to be running parallel, right? Parallel to the long edge. So it needs to be going this way, right? Not this way. That's the short edge, and parallel is like this, right? So I've got 3 of those. 1, 2, 3, and I'll show you the diagram when I'm all done going over this. Let's see. So that's panel A. We did that right. Panel B, which is 5.5 by 9.5, and I think that's this one, right? No, is that not 9.5? That's not 9.5. Where is my, oh, here. So we need 2 of these. These are the 5.5 by 9.5s. And they're running parallel to the long edge. So we're cutting it that way. And what else? And the below zipper piece. The below zipper piece is 6.5 by 8. 6.5 by 8. I'm going to assume this is this one. This is 8, yes. And they're running parallel to the long edge, okay? And then it says, cut the large pocket lining. We're still in we're all in this fabric, only fabric 1. The large pocket lining and above zipper pieces with the lines running parallel to the short end. So we only have 2 of those pieces. And you can see I'm running parallel to the short edge. And I'm running parallel to the short edge on this one too. Probably hard to see, but parallel. Okay, and the diagram, we'll look at the diagram. Kind of helps you do that. It shows you, you're laying it out with the fabric, and the stripes are going this way. Okay, so it shows you which way to lay your fabric. And then I cut a 9.5 piece, and then I cut a 6 1/4. Okay, so that is how you do that. Does that help at all? So I just wanted to talk about that. These diagrams are very, very, very useful when you're cutting your fabric. This one was a little funky to me because I thought, oh, I cut it at 10.5, but then I have this little overhang, so I just cut it at 11, and I barely got what I needed. So this one, watch how you're cutting if you got the kit. Okay? All right. Anything else to talk about? These little hearts, we all know what they mean now, right? Fusible backing. Kimberbell is helping us out with that, which is really nice. I really like to just be able to look here with my cutting, not here and here and here. Do I put backing? Used to have to look in a few places to see what the backing was. Now you just look for that little heart, which is really nice. So thank you, Kimberbell. And then this is our little legend, and you have your little asterisks. Okay, the asterisk is only on fabric 1, which is this little directional thing. So, okay, use a nylon coil zipper. Okay, we know that. So our first is all 6x10 hoopings. So our first hooping is going to be this one. And I think we're going to be making 3 of these. So you're making, I know it looks like 5 hoopings, but you're making multiple of some. So we're going to make 3 of these. This is going to be our first hooping. And how we know which one to pick, well, we can always look at the size when we bring it in. We can look for the one that's not so narrow with the stitch down the middle for the pocket. I mean, otherwise, yeah, it's kind of hard to find them because, you know, panel A is going to be cut off, and I'll show you that. So you're not going to really be able to see that. So we need to look at the picture. And it tells you here, panel A, you want 1 with a pocket and 2 without. All right. And we're going to, yeah, so we're making 3 hoopings of this. If you have the ginormous Avenir, you might be able to do more than, or less than 3 hoopings. You could put more in. Yeah. Oh, Hi, Rebecca. Good morning. You did all the hoopings in the Sunday. Use my big hoop and hoop the 3 panels 1 set. Oh, that's nice. Is that the Avenir crazy big hula hoop? I'm calling that the hula hoop. It's big. You could probably do the hula with that. But yeah, if you have a big enough hoop, you could put these in there. These panels are, they're not huge. I think the size was over here. So they're 5.5 by 8.5. So you could maybe get 2 of them in the 9.5 by 14, right? If you have the 11, 16, yeah. No, you must have the Avenir. I don't think I think even in the biggest hoop you could only get 2 of these, right? I'm really bad at math. It is, yes. Another score for the Avenir. Wins again. Okay. So I have my hoop on the machine with my first medium cutaway. Medium cutaway stabilizer. I'm just looking at what you guys are looking at over here. I'm going to move this camera before I bring you over so I don't make you sick. I wonder if that's zoomed in. Let's see. Image control. No. Okay. There we go. I'm going to close that. Okay, here we go. I'm going to try and get you where you can see everything that I'm doing. And I might move the camera up and down just so, let me loosen this. I'll move it up and down just so, let me put that camera up. Okay, so this is the Avenir. And here I have my USB in, And here are my choices for this tote. Okay, I have this one here. See how I can't see the name? So I see that this one's narrow with a stitch in the middle and this one's a little wider. I'm going to be doing this one. That is the one I want to do first. And I want to do 3 of them. So I'm going to set. Okay. I'll change my hoop to a 6 by 10. There. Now we can see that. Right? There we go. So like I said, these hoopings are pretty simple. We're making 1 with a pocket and 2 without. Okay. So let's embroider. And I've got purple thread in. So I've got some, I'll try and move you up here without making you sick. I don't know if I could see it, but I've got purple thread up there. That's the purple thread. I'm going to use that throughout because it's just kind of quilting. That's all we're really using the thread for. There's no satin stitches or, you know, anything like that. So yeah, this hooping's only 5,000 stitches. So they're going to go fast. Okay, I'm going to move you over. Try not to make you sick. I want you to see the machine now. This is kind of a new camera for me, so I'm going to move you in as close as I can, and then I will zoom the camera in. Okay, let me do that. Okay. There, that's pretty good. I can move that down like that. There. Okay, we are all threaded up with our purple thread. We have our embroidery design. Hello, hello from Missouri City, Texas. Hello, Central Florida. Oh, God, you've got to be hot. I'll try not to complain about the heat. I know you guys, some of you guys are in a lot hotter places. We're in the hundreds this week. Yeah, it's not, no bueno, not fun. Okay, so we have our medium cutaway stabilizer loaded. Stitch the placement line, and this is they're calling the batting base. So I don't know why. That's a new thing for me anyway. But anytime they say place the panel A base, project batting. So yeah, well they do put project, but then it's a base all throughout. So anytime you see the word base, and let's see, I have to go back and find out what size I need, right? Because I've got a bunch of batting here. Panel A base, they are 6 by 9. So let's find our 6 by 9s. You could, you should label all of these things, right? 6 by 9. Let's see, they're probably the bigger ones, and you have 3. It's probably these. I'm just fishing them out here, but I'm just going to make sure that I've got the right one. That's 6. I'm just doing it with 6 by 9. So I have 3 of my 6 by 9. These are going to be for my 3 hoopings. I'm going to set them aside, and I'm going to put my batting down, covering the line. Each side, go this way. I'm sure I'm going to have to trim this, so I'm not really worried about perfect. I'm just worried about getting it all caught. And I like to have my spatula handy here. Try not to get any bubbles, you know. It doesn't matter if you do. Okay, I'm going to go around twice. And let's get some scissors for our batting. These are my favorite scissors for everything. Let's see, there we go. I don't know what they're called, but I know she sells them here. But I just love these because they're small when I want to get around in the hoop. But they curve up so I don't feel like I'm going to catch my stabilizer or anything that's underneath what I'm cutting. And they're nice and sharp. Probably not as sharp as the day I bought them, but they're still pretty sharp. I've had them for quite some time. I'm just going to try and do the cutting here without moving back and forth, which means my hands will probably be in the way a little bit. I have to go around the camera. I can think of a lot of cute fabrics for this in my stash. You could make get beach themed fabric with your jelly tote, because some of it shows on the outside. Cute, cute, cute. Okay. And what's next? Let's see. I think it's just going to be a placement line for our material, yeah? Yeah, placement line. And, you know, you can skip this if you want it. We know where we're laying it down, right? And the next thing we're going to need is our fabric A material, or panel A. So we're doing 6.5 by 9.5. We should have 3 of those. Let me make sure I get the right one. And none of this, well, this is the striped material. Yeah, none of this has SF 101. So let me get my 6.5 by 9.5. Got 3 of those. Okay. That's our striped, oops, that's our striped material. This camera is on a tripod that's all spread out in my little area here. So I apologize if I bump on it. Okay, let's see. Okay. Now this is going to go, okay, so this, I'll tell you, when I was doing the other one, I did like a tone on tone, and it does little tick marks. So it's going to go around, and I'll show you. It's visible with this color. But when I was doing the white on white and the tone on tone there, I couldn't see the tick marks for where to place the pocket. So I had to put a little mark. I had to use my, you know, just a friction pen or whatever you have. Yes, these spatulas are nice. There's a little tick mark there. They're nice. And I feel like if I accidentally caught it under the needle, it wouldn't like mess up my machine. Okay. So you see the tick marks on here. It's going to go right into this this pretty quilting that it has. But if you're doing a tone on tone, that tick mark can get lost in your quilting. So I just used a friction pin to mark mine. And I can't really lift it up enough. You can see that, right? You could see my tick mark. Yeah. So if you're using a tone on tone, I suggest that you do that. But now it's just going to do the quilting. Let's see. So this one we are going to put the pocket on. So I'm going to turn on my iron, because you just have to fold it over and iron it down. Oh, I'm already just making a nice little mess over here. Okay. Get a little. So I'll bring you over here. Oh, X out of that. I'll bring you over here. And we're going to talk about this pocket here. Let's see. We want, no, that's here. Panel A pocket. Panel A pocket is 6.5 by 11.5. So let's find that in our flowery 6.5 by, what was it? 10.5. I have a memory of a gnat. 6.5 by 11.5 is what we're looking for. Like I said, it would be better if I labeled all of these. You know what I mean? That's 11.5, and that is 5.5. So that's not what I need. Must be this one. So that is 11.5, and that is 6.5. Okay, so this is the one. Heating up my iron. This is the one we're just gonna want to wrong side together, right? Give you any direction in here for that. Let's see. I don't see any directions for it. Oh, finally here. It's right here. Step 10. Fold the panel A pocket fabric in half widthwise, wrong sides together, and press well. So let's see if my iron is hot. Pretty hot. Okay. There, that's nice and ironed. We're going to lay it, of course, with the fold up top here on those tick marks. Alright, let's go back to the machine. Maybe some time soon for that. We're going to need some tape. Let's get that ready. I'm just using transport tape. You're off on the top, or is it just me? Can you tell? When I was over at the desk. Yeah, I had that camera zoomed in a little bit. Let's see. I can zoom it out a little bit there. Maybe that'll be better. Oh. Look for camera. I don't want it to look for camera. So I'll pop over here real quick and show you. Is that a better view? Is this the camera you were talking about? Okay. All right, so I'm going to take this camera and I'm going to zoom it out a little bit because I think we're zoomed in quite a bit. I want you to see what I'm doing. Okay, close. All right, so I've got my tape and I've got my pocket. Oop, gosh bless America. Here we go. And I have my pocket. And I'm lining up the folded edge with these tick marks. I'm just going to cover the tick marks. I don't want to see them. So I'm just going to cover them a little bit. Just cover them. Okay. I'll put some tape down because I don't want my foot to catch on anything. I know my hands are kind of in the way, but let's see. I'm just going to put some tape right here and right here. All right, I'll put some at the bottom. Just put some at the bottom here. That should be good. I'm just going to keep an eye on it. I think it goes around and then down again, so it never really goes above here. So I think we're okay. I'm just leaving the purple in. That was the cut line, and then this little inside line is the actual holding the pocket. Okay. Now, if you want to leave this one big pocket, you can. You can be done. Or you can do the middle. I'm going to do the middle and make it 2 pockets. But you have that option, which is really nice. All right, and this hooping is done. But we're leaving this design up. Don't close out this design because we're going to do it 2 more times, just a little differently. Let me move you over to the table. Okay. So here we are. I'm going to take the tape off. All right. Remove the project from the hoop. Trim the project on the outer trim line stitched in direction 8 and 12, which is this outer line. So let me get all my tape off. Okay, got some in the stitches here. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to get, I've got all my fabrics are all mixed up in a pile. I don't know what's what. I'm very unorganized today, but you won't be. Now you'll know. Hey, it's really important to label everything as you go. Should have done that. I'm going to use this just because I'm in a small space. Okay, and I'm going to pop this out of the hoop. Okay. So again, I'll bring it up here. We're doing this outer line And this outer line goes all the way around here. So that's what we're cutting on, right? See if we can see anything better from here. Good, really good. Maybe I want to cut from this end. Trim the project on the outer trimming line, stitched in direction 8. So if I go back to step 8, which is up here. No, step 8. That's when it did all the tick marks and everything. So it's this outer line. I'm going to do it from back here, I think. Because I think I can see that a little bit better. I know I have a cutter. Okay, here we go. All right. Okay. Not a very good cutter, but I have a cutter. Okay. Actually, the twirly mat is nice. Okay. That's good. Right on that outer line. Okay. One more. So I guess I don't need my trimmer by George. And we're just going right up to the... So yeah, it's just barely together there. So this is what it looks like. And we're really close here, and we really don't have, you know, any kind of indication. This is going to be our 1/4 inch when we sew all these together, but that's for another day. We're going to be doing that tomorrow. So let's set this aside and hoop up our 6 by 10 again. See, that's what I mean by the hoopings are pretty simple. It does matter how you put your hoop on, which way. There is an upside down. Okay. All right. Now I like to cut off all of this extra here, just to get it out of my way in case I got to do something in the hoop, like cut batting or whatever. It just makes it easier for me. Okay. Take a quick look. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. So glad you guys are here. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, so this is our second hooping, but we are doing the exact same design, just without the pocket. Okay, so we're setting this aside. Let me set that aside. And let's go over to the machine. I'm going to say that. Let's go over to the table. Let's go over to the machine. That way I remember to turn the camera. So, just helps me remember. Okay, same design. We haven't closed out of it. It's at stitch 0. So here we go. We got our purple in. We're leaving our purple. That's the one thing that's really nice about this, is that it's just one color throughout. I mean, you could get fancier. Okay, so let's remember what we need. We need our batting. That is, what is it, 6.5 by something? 6.5 by 9. Batting for that. And we need, I'm just going to try and get all this together over here. Not that one. These. No. Okay, let's put our batting down. Get my hands in the way a little bit. Pull this out. Get it at least semi-straight. Okay. We are going to be trimming. Let's see. Let's see. I have a spatula handy here. It's doing okay. Okay, gonna go around twice. 6.5 by 9.5 of our striped material. Here we go. This is how you would do it if you want to be really unorganized. So I just thought I'd show you that. Okay, I'm going to cut that. Get this out. I know my hands are in the way, I'm sorry. I think you would want to go back and forth from the table. Just cutting batting. All right. There we go. Okay, placement line for our material. I have that ready. I did put in a new needle. I have a pre-wound white bobbin. I don't know if I mentioned all that. I probably didn't. So, better late than never, right? Okay. Got the material here. Just gonna cover this up. And I'm not going to use tape, so I'm going to want my spatula just to make sure nothing gets... You do want this kind of centered, you know. Doesn't have to be perfect, though. Okay, it's going to do the tack down. Just going to kind of hold this here. Yeah, these spatulas come in a 4-pack. There's 4 different kinds. They're just like the top part's a different shape. And they can all be used. I have them all over my room, really. Okay, you can go around twice. This one is going to be a little different. we're going to do the quilting. And at the top of this, it tells you you make 3, 1 with a pocket, 2 without a pocket. To make the panel without a pocket, skip direction steps 10 through 13 and machine steps 6 through 7. So 10 through 13, which is it's basically telling you after the quilting you're done, you can take it out. And you know, if you didn't like this this quilting, which I think it's really pretty, you could drop in your own, something from the machine, a fill. If you have the design suite, fills and motifs, and you have a baby lock or brother machine, you can use one of those pretty fills and drop it in there and have a whole different quilting. What I would do though for the tick marks is I would measure it on one that I've already done. Let's say these tick marks are 5 inches from the bottom exactly. So I would just make my own tick marks, put my own pocket on there. If I was doing the pocket, you would just make a note in your directions that it's 5 inches up from the bottom of this panel. From here to here is here. I'm really zoomed in, but from here to here is 5 inches. So you could just write that in your directions in case you wanted to use a different fill. You could totally do that. Because if you had your own fill, you wouldn't, obviously you wouldn't get the tick marks. Or would you? I guess if you did this step here, it does the tick marks. You could play around and see what you can do. We're going to do this one more time, and then we're moving on to the zipper panel. Yes, the quilting, yes. Yeah. Like it says, when you sew some of these panels together, the quilting lines up if you're careful. Yeah. Yeah, we'll try and do that. I don't think it would be too difficult, right? We're done. We're done with this panel. Now it's wanting to do the pocket and everything, so I am just going to I'll show you what I'm going to do because I got to do this panel again. Let me move the camera. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. I don't want to make you sick. But I want to show you. So the design's not done. It has one more step. So what I want to do is I want to go here and I think down. And then down one more time. And now I'm at stitch 0. So you can see up here. I'll move him up here a little bit. And I can see that now I'm at stitch 0. So I didn't have to go all the way out, find the design, load it again. I can just do that, you know. So let's go over to the table. And then I can move this camera without making you sick. Here we go. Okay. Here we are. This is our pocketless panel. Okay. And we're just going to do the same thing. I'm going to turn it over and I'm going to do it on this outer line because I can see it with my purple thread. If you have the same color thread, you're going to cut right on this line. I know that seems counterintuitive. We want to leave a 1/4 inch around, but nope. We're going to cut right on that line, and I'll show you when I cut on this one what that looks like on the front. Okay. Go. Throw that away. So with it being hot outside, is everybody just staying in and stitching and having fun? I started the Lori Holt Vintage Farm Girl, the big quilt that takes both books and everything. Oh, I love it. It's so much fun. Okay, this is our panel. I could have done better here, but it's not going to matter in the long run. So that's our panel. So you see it goes right to the edge of our quilting, but we do have this tack down here. So this is going to be our, again, this is going to be our 1/4 inch when we sew this together. Okay, let's set that one aside and rehoop one more time with this design. There we go. Tighten that up. And again, I'm going to cut this so it's not in my way. I know it's kind of wasteful, but I should make them a little shorter, but oh, this one's too high. I don't like that. Okay. Put my scissors back. Let's go over to the machine. Oh, let me move that camera so I'm not making you sick. I don't have it in the right view here. There we go. Just don't want to move it while you guys are on there. There we go. Again, we are at stitch 0 of that same design, and we're just going to go. Find our material and our batting. Remember, the batting is 6 by 9. Yep. And the pocket A is 6.5 by 9.5. Just double check. Yeah. Got all my pieces. we're going to be cutting this so it doesn't have to be perfectly even. Here we go. I said these are quick little dupings, which is nice. Go around twice. I think I said earlier you could skip the placement line for the material, but I think that's a line that we kind of need, right? Isn't that the line we, it's either that 1/4 inch line or maybe the line we cut on. I don't really know, but okay. Oh, this arm is so close. Trying to cut around this camera, but it's doable. There we go. Okay. So yeah, now it's the placement line. Let me put these down. Yeah. I feel like I'm all cramped up here. Is it always like that? I'm just now noticing. Okay, I got my material ready. The name of the purple thread I'm using, I just grabbed one off of, it's an Exquisite. And it is number 380. Or no, let me see. I got my glasses on. 390. I'm getting old. I'm getting old. I can't see, I can't hear. Okay. Well, it's not that you can't hear. I mean, for us older people and for you younger people out there, it's not that we can't hear, it's just we need enunciation more. We need more enunciation. Okay, let's do the quilting. No, this is the tack down. This is the tack down for our material. This does not go around twice, I don't think. Oh, it does. It does go around twice. But yeah, that is a pretty purple. It's exquisite color. I do like exquisite thread. Who's that through? Is that through Dime? No, Dime is I don't know who makes Exquisite. Who makes Exquisite? Okay. Doing our quilting. Hi from North Carolina. Hello, good morning. How is your weather there? Are you by any water? North Carolina is a gorgeous state. I think I've never been, but did I mess up the view? Sorry. Oops, yeah, there you go. I'm on a delay. We are getting smoke from the fire in Spokane, or not Spokane, Seattle. What's burning there in Washington? There's something burning there, and that is so sad because they have some of the most beautiful forest in that state. I hope that they get it out. They put out that fire quickly. But we are getting smoke here, 3 states away. So you know it's bad. OASD. Yes. Okay. Who does Isocort? Educate me. Okay. I was thinking Dime or, yeah, now it's OASD. But I thought that was Isocort. I don't know. Of course, Glide is my favorite. I love Glide. Everything in Oregon, and right now seems to be all on fire. Oh no. Here at the coast, well, good for you. But you're getting the smoke. Oh, the smoke is the worst, isn't it? Especially in western Washington. Oh no. Washington's a beautiful, beautiful state. I would really hate to see it burn. It would be cute for other projects, absolutely. I mean, and they're good sizes, right? You could make a little zipper bag, a little zipper pouch out of this. I hate to think of any wildfires, so I just wait. And it's so hard on everything. It takes so long to recover. And the animals, oh my gosh, they just suffer the most. Yeah, maybe. Oh, okay. See, I did not know that. Oh, man. Awful. Just awful. When I hear what now Hawaii is on fire, there's a fire in Hawaii, another fire in Hawaii. And hopefully they learned from the last fire and they got some sort of network to deal with if they have a fire. They were not prepared for that last one. And that was so sad. And then Ontario, Canada, the fire was going here in Traverse City. Awful, just awful. You should get one of these air purifiers. I hear that they're amazing. You wouldn't even know. Yeah. Oh, you're 3 hours away. Oh. It's just wherever the airstream is. I guess the airstream is just bringing it over to us. I mean, it's just the weirdest thing. I'm like, oh my gosh, are we on fire? Because I live in kind of, an area that's, woodsy. And I'm like, oh my gosh, are we on fire? And we looked it up and it was coming from Washington. All the way from Washington. My goodness. Okay, we're done with this one. Let's go over to the table. Okay. Now we're going to do the zipper pocket. We're going to do something different. Yay! 3 hoopings and we're already bored, right? Okay. We need something new. Let's cut this one on this outer line, just like we did before. Okay. And this one's done. There it is. Okay, we're going to set that one aside. Those are all for tomorrow. Okay. Let's hoop up some more cutaway. And when you have several hoopings like this, it's easier for me to have my stabilizer pre-cut. Let's see, is that the bottom? Yes. This is Kimberbell's medium cutaway, by the way. So it's very nice. I'm not sure I've ever used. I primarily have OASD stabilizer, which are great. But this is nice too. And you know, we don't use medium cutaway very often. It's usually, you know, no show. If we're using cutaway, we're using like a poly mesh or something like that. This is more paper-like, a little thicker. And you know, if you have some in your room, you don't use it very often, this is a great project to use some of that up, right? Okay, so we're good and tight. Let's see. Let's go over what we need because this is a new one. So, because I don't have anything marked, so you guys have to go through this with me. All right. Part 2, stitch 1 zipper panel. Okay. Oh, they want us to iron something. Let's turn our iron on. We're going to find the above zipper lining fabric. Let's find out. And that's in this material. So let's find out what that is. Oh, let's see. Above zipper lining is 2 by 6.5. I see here. So let's find that little piece. And I don't believe that it has SF101. No, it doesn't. So it's going to be one of these. Let's see. I've just got a pile of material here. It's just terrible how unorganized I am. So it must be in here. Here it is. So we need that. Let's find out what else we need. Just get it all together. We need the below zipper lining, which is 6.5 by 8. 6.5 by 8, and does not have 6.5 by 8. I'm betting it's this one. Let's look. Yep, 6.5 by 8. We need that one. What else do we need? We need some batting. So let's find out what the zipper pocket batting is. Zipper pocket batting. 6 by 9. It's the same size we used. Let's find that in my pile of... I'm sure it's here somewhere. Should probably close that barn door a little bit, huh? Getting busy out there. This is 6 by 9, so that's what we need. So I'm going to put that here. And we need, of course, our zipper. Where do you think I did with that? Where is my zipper? Do you guys do this? You just hunt for stuff in your room. Oh, I'm so organized. But then you like go to do it and you're like, oh, I'm not very organized. It must be up here, right? Where is my zipper? I can't find my zipper. Well, let me stand up. I gotta stand up. We're looking for the zipper. This is not very professional, is it? Not that I'm professional by any definition of the word. I know I have a zipper. Must be in this. I'm just gonna have to go through this little by little by little. I don't know why. I thought I put it up there to get it out of the way. Yeah, it's not there. Not there, not here. Okay. Oh, it fell on the floor. Look at that. It fell on the floor. Okay, got my zipper. Purple zipper. What else do we need? We have that. Okay, we're going to need some lining. Some lining material. So let's go look at that. Let's see. Above zipper and below zipper we need of the lining material. And I think this might be our last two pieces, right? Let's see. The below zipper is 6.5 by 8. That is not 6.5, so it must be this one. 6.5 by 8. Got that one. And the above zipper is our little skinny one. There's our little skinny one. We just have a little party out there. Okay. This one. That is 2 by 6.5. Perfect. Found that. And what else? I think that's it that we need for our zipper pocket. Let me make sure. I think so. Let's see. Turn the hoop. Let's see. I think that's, I'm good. I think I'm good to start. Let's just start. Let's just start our zipper pocket. If I need something else, I'll find it. All right. We're on page 7, part 2. Let's load our design. Let me move this camera and then I'll bring you guys over. Okay. Guess I missed the answer. Am I going to use Muslim? What answer did you miss? Let me see. These panels are beautiful. Is this class in? Yes, it's in 2 sessions. Tomorrow we're going to put it together. Putting it together is a little intricate. A little different, but it's not hard. It's just, you know, you have to sew like 2 1/4 inch on each corner and then kind of put it together and, you know, you'll see. It's not hard. Okay, so I'm going to get out of this. Move my loosen my camera here so I can move it. Okay. Let's see. We're going to say okay to cancel. We're going to go into embroidery. We're going to go into the pocket and we're going to go into the USB. And the zipper one is the one with the line up here. So this is the one we're going to need. Set and embroider. Again, this is all in a 6 by 10. And I'm going to move this camera. So let me move here. I don't want to make you guys sick. I just want to, I can do it quickly. There we go. Let me tighten that. So it doesn't move. There we go. Go back. Okay. Got all my pieces. I don't think I have them all, but we'll do it together. And we needed to do some ironing, remember? Okay. Let's see what's first. I heated up the iron. No, I want you to do that right away. So let's do that. Which piece? Our skinny piece. This one here. We're going to iron. I'm going to use this mat under here. In my little space. Okay. And they want you to fold it down a 1/2 inch, wrong sides together, kind of like this. You can use a ruler, and that would be a 1/2 inch right there. So let's do this. That looks pretty good, right? Just kind of eyeballing it in the end. I got in the ballpark and then I just eyeballed it. Okay, let's see what else. Anything else? Yep. We're going to take this one. This is our below zipper lining fabric. And we're going to do the same thing. So I'll get my little ruler out. Just make sure I'm close. I'll get a little bigger. Okay, that's a 1/2 inch. And I'm just going to lay it all down. Here we go. Doesn't have to be perfect. If you have a hot iron, that's nice. That would work here very well. Put that down like that. Okay. And then we have another ironing piece. This is our zipper pocket. And I don't think I got this piece out. So let's see what that is. That's in the flowery. Let's see, zipper pocket is 6.5 by 10. Let's find our 6.5 by 10. Probably this one, yeah? I just want to make sure it's 10. Yep, this one we're going to do it wrong sides together because this is going to be a pocket. And we'll get that ready to go. So I think that's all the prep. Yep. So we have our below zipper, our above zipper, and our pocket ready to go. So I'm just going to leave those here, and we're going to start sewing. I have pretty unfinished, but oh, foot surgery. Oh, I hope you're feeling better soon. It is being recorded? Yes. And tomorrow's will be recorded also. Tomorrow's class is at 1 o'clock because they have quilt talk tomorrow, which I'm excited about because they're going to do log cabin blocks without the, special ruler. Okay. This is a placement line for our base, which we now know is our batting. I know words. I know how to talk sometimes. So that's 6 by 9. I only have one of those left, so. Okay. We're going to lay down our batting. Okay. You gonna try muslin? I tried muslin, but I could never get it flat in my hoop, like tight enough. And it would just be a sagging mess in my hoop, and I was just like, I can't do this. I don't know how to do this. Sorry, I bumped the camera again. See? This one we got a little tighter fit on our base. Calling it a base.
Okay.
Of course I lost my spatula. A bunch of different little Okay, we're gonna have to cut our scissors. Turn the batting close to the stitch line. We are on page 8. I'm going to take this out. Little extra cutting for this one. Cut. Go. Okay, that looks pretty good. Let's see what's next. So we trimmed. Now we're going to stitch a placement line for the zipper, where we're going to put our zipper. We'll go over to the table for that. There we go. Okay, let's go over to the table and put our zipper down. We're going to need some tape. Here we go. Move the camera. Got my tape. See what it says. Place the zipper inside. And I put right side up because I didn't say, but place the zipper inside the placement area with the pull at the left, the zipper pull, outside the stitch area and tape in place. Okay, so we're going to have our zipper pull on the left here. And I'm going to have it outside of the stitching area. And we're just going to put it right in that little area right there. Taper down. So I'm going to put some tape right here. Zippers like to move. They like to move depending on how close the foot is to the teeth. It can get pushed around, so I am going to put some tape in the middle also. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Okay, I'm going to put some tape right here. I know I'm putting it on batting, which I don't like doing, but I would rather have my zipper teeth straight. Okay, does that look pretty good? Let me look at it straight up. That looks good. So what's next? Stitch the tack down and then remove the tape. So let's go back to the machine. Stitch the tack down. Looks good. Okay, let's go back to the table. All right, what is it now? Wants me to remove the tape. I should just do that. Step on this cord. I apologize if it's shaking the camera. Okay. Okay, there's my tape gone. Let's see. Turn the hoop to the back, inside the zipper area, and cut away the, oh yeah, we need to get rid of this. We need to get rid of this here. Oh, and here's my spatula. I found it. Okay, put that where I can find it. All right, let's find, I kind of like my pincers for this. Make it just underneath. Just make a cut and then cut along that line without cutting my zipper and without cutting the stitches. Okay. You see what I'm doing? Yeah. Just cutting this out right to the edge. To the edge of the tack down line. You know, there's. Okay. Now our zipper is exposed and open. All right, what now? Turn the hoop to the front, align the above zipper fabric, right side down. Let's see, what's our above zipper? Above zipper fabric. And it's our the ones with the lines. So I'm pretty sure it's this one, but let me double check. Above zipper is 2 by 6.5. That's this one. Okay. And we are aligning it wrong side down, right side down, right side down, wrong side up. And we're going to align it with the upper edge of the zipper tape, covering the zipper, and we're going to take it in place. So here's the edge. It's right at the bottom of this little piece of batting. So we're just going to kind of center it, and we'll put some tape. Is it too loud out here? Sorry. That's okay. Gotta find my tape, the end of my tape. Got it. How are we doing? Okay, so I'm just going to take some of this transport, and I'm going to down here and here. I think that's good. I don't think I need too much more. Let's see. And that was on the front of the hoop, right? Yeah, on the front. Okay. Turn the hoop to the front, align the upper zipper fabric, stitch it, and flip it. Here we go. Go to the machine. Still just using that purple thread. Okay. Now I'm just going to leave it in the machine, because I think I can do this in the machine. Go in here, got my tape. I'm going to use this tape. So just flip it up. You could iron it if you like. I'm going to take this off my fingers. Okay, just going to kind of run my finger along here and make it stay and tape it. There we go. Okay, and now it's going to just do a little box around here. I think that tape is good enough. Okay. All right. What is next? Okay. Align the below zipper fabric. Let's go back to the table. Below zipper fabric. First we got to find it, right? Below zipper fabric in the stripes is 6.5 by 8. I'm pretty sure that's this one. There's 8. There's 6.5. So that's right. That's what we need. What do we need to do here? Right side down. Right side down. With the lower edge of the zipper tape. Oh, align it with the lower edge of the covering the zipper, tape in place. And they have a picture here. So we're moving it all the way up like this because we're going to do another stitch and flip. So now we're aligning it with the bottom. Okay. It's going to kind of hang over there, and we're going to tape it. Oh, This transport, every time you use it, it like clings to itself. I try to leave a little bit so I can find the end. Okay, I think that's good enough, right? Let's go back to the machine. All right. Just make sure that lining stays up above and doesn't get in the way. And we'll stitch the tack down. Wow. Okay. All right. We're going to flip this one now. Let's take our tape off. Okay. And we're going to pull it down. Now you see how our lines are all going the same way. That was because we cut it right. We cut it to the directions. I did it wrong the first time. Don't tell. But I learned my lesson. Okay. So I can put a little tape down here, I guess, just to hold it. But I believe it's just going to go around like this. Do a little tack down. After this, I think there's going to be some tick marks here. Yeah. There's some tick marks for our pocket. We're going to have a little pocket in front of the zipper pocket. But first, and this is when you would want, if you have a tone on tone, you're going to want to take a pin and just mark those because they can get lost in the quilting. So it's going to do the quilting now, above and below the zipper. And I'm going to find my pieces. I think I have them already here. These are the ones that we ironed. It's going to be the ones that they want. Okay, just getting everything ready over here. Take a little drink of coffee. Well, I actually don't have coffee. I have a Starbucks refresher. I don't know if that has caffeine in it or not. But it's it. It's the mango dragon fruit. It's delicious. But I needed to wet my whistle. You know what I mean? think with this tote insert, Kimberbell's kind of picking it up a notch, aren't they? I mean, because it's pretty involved. I mean, they must have a digitizer that is really super talented. Because it's, you know, pretty intricate. And I just love it. I just love it. I want to make little bags for these and use them. I think I'm going to do that using some fun fabrics in my stash. And just while we have a minute here, it would be great if you could like and subscribe and do all the things and push all the buttons, because it really helps the store and it really helps the channel grow. Just a little, you know, PSA. Just get it out there. Because we love Jeannie and Patrick. We want to do everything we can to help them prosper, right? Okay. Let's go to we gotta go to the table and take down some more. Okay. There we go. Are we there? We're not there. I didn't press the camera. Okay. I did now. Okay. All right, what do the directions say? We did the quilting detail. We're on page 9, step 22. Turn the hoop to the back. Turn the hoop to the back. Let's do that. Place the above zipper lining fabric, covering the area above the zipper with the fold aligned above the center of the zipper teeth. Center, I don't know that wording. I think they just, this little one, I'm going by the picture. So, above the center, yeah. So we want to scooch it to the, you know, just above the teeth. We don't want to cover the teeth. We can see the teeth line here. We want our zipper to open and close without getting caught in our lining. So let's just put it, you know, 1/8 of an inch or so above that, I think. That would work. Let's see, with the fold aligned above the center of the zipper teeth. The center of the zipper teeth. What, yeah, do they mean? I'm just going to put it about 1/8 of an inch above. And I'm going to call that good. And I'm going to tape. I got a piece here I could use. Okay, and then I could have another piece over here I could use. Let's reuse the tape here. Okay, oh, I don't like that. I want it to be straight. Does that look straight? I'll have to hold it in front of me. I think it does. That looks okay. This one can come down just a little bit. It's being obstinate. Okay. All right. I'm going to call that good. That's what mine's going to look like. So the zipper teeth are right here, and I'm about 1/8 of an inch above this. You can't really see the teeth, but you see the line where the teeth are closed. And I'm just about 1/8 of an inch above that. And I put tape here, here, and here. Okay, let's see. Do we need to do anything else? Tape the corners, we did. All right, step 23, stitch the above zipper lining, tack down. Okay, let's go to the machine. I'll push on this tape a little bit. Go to the machine. Okay. do the tack down. I'm just going to assume everything went to plan underneath there. Usually I take a peek. I didn't this time. So I'm going to do a box. Alright, we're on step 24. We need to go back to the table. A lot of back and forth on this one, huh? Okay, we're back at the table. Let's scoot this down so I know I'm in the shot at least. Scoot this down, that's what I need to do, huh? Okay, there. Okay, so I'm on the back of the hoop. Everything looks good. Turn the hoop to the back again. Carefully remove the tape. Let's just do that. Let's just remove the tape. I can use it again, I think. All right. What is it next? Place the below zipper lining. And we know which one that one is because it's the other one that we ironed. Okay, with the fold aligned. So we're going to do it the same, just at the bottom of the teeth here. So I'm going to try and go about 1/8 of an inch away. I still want to see that line. I don't want my zipper to get caught. That looks good. This zipper has a, or this tape has a, I'm not going to use it. Well, I just got it out of there. I want it to have a little. I have had my tape on the back of the machine ball up, and you know, if it has like a fold in it or something, I don't like to use it because I'm afraid it's going to ball up underneath there and I'm not going to catch it. You know what I mean? So just make sure my tape is nice and flat. I don't need this piece anymore. Okay, so let's go over, tape the corners, stitch the below lining tack down, and remove the tape. Let's go to the machine. I'm gonna take a peek. I didn't. I'm sure it's fine. Top stitch, and let's just go around and let's see what's next. We will be on step 26, where we're going to do the zipper pocket. So I can see my tick marks. I'm going to need those tick marks now. And our zipper pocket is the one that we folded in half and ironed. Let's get the tape off the back, shall we though? Let's do that first. I don't like tape on the back of my hoop just because I had a bad experience and I'm a little traumatized with tape on the back of my hoop. Plus, I can reuse it, I think. Okay. All right, let's just put our fabric down with those tick marks like we did before. Oops, with the fold. With the fold. I'm just going to cover those tick marks because I don't want to see them. And I'm just going to put some tape here. And I'm going to put some tape here. I'm not really worried about the foot because it starts here, it goes around, and it stops there. So it doesn't really go over the flap. All right, now we're going to do our pocket tack down. do it again on the inside. Just going to do the little, this is actually going to hold the pocket down, what it's doing now. So, now we're on to page 10. More directions. Now this next step is optional. You could have this nice big pocket, or it will do like a V, like a U here, and give you 3 pockets. So I'm going to do the 3 pockets. But you have that option. I think that's good for like pens, and I don't think it's big enough for a rotary cutter. Maybe if you had one of the little tiny rotary cutters, that would fit. Got pens and markers and all the stuff. Your pointing tool, like my Clover point tool, would look good in there. Fit nicely. Okay. Now we're going to go back over to the table again. There we go. See, I got 3 pockets. I could put my spatula in there maybe. I have another spatula here. Yeah, that would go in there nice. See? Pins, these little rulers that we have, that would look good in there. So, but you don't have to. You can have one big pocket too. Okay. Let's see. What are we needing here? We're going to need the zipper back lining fabric. I'm sure I probably have that out. What size is that? Zipper back lining is 6.5 by 9.5, and it does not have SF101 on it. Let's see. Let's try this. 6.5 by 9.5. Not these. Not these big ones. There we go. One without SF101, I'm sure. Yep. Okay. So we're going to do this on the back, right? That's what it wants. Turn the hoop to the back. Place the zipper back lining fabric right side down, covering the project. Tape the corners and the edges. Okay. So this is what you see when you open up your zipper. Oh my gosh, they're looking at cute stuff out there. I'm jealous. They're saying, oh my God, that's so cute. Okay. Okay. I'm going to tape this pretty good just because it's on the back of the hoop and it's going to go all the way around. So I'm just going to make sure that, and I'm going to take a peek this time. Okay, so I have tape here, 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 and here. And that should be good. And it's wrong side up. That's right. Okay, let's go over to the machine. And I'm going to slide this on and take a peek because I just don't want that to get balled up ring. So I'm just looking. I just kind of lift my hoop up and look. Make sure when I slide it on, it didn't get, you know, cattywampus. So here we go. I think this is our last step in the machine. Oh. Did I forget something? Oh, I forgot to open my zipper. Yep, I sure did. Were you guys yelling at me? I'm going to cut. And of course, that's the first place it goes, is right over that zipper where I need to open. It couldn't start over here, right? Okay, not a problem. I'm just going to I'm going to get my glasses and my seam ripper. You know, it's not a sew along with me until something goes wrong. Well, this is it. But it's not a big deal. And I'm going to do this stitch over again once I get it out of here. I'm sorry, my hands are in the way. I'm just picking out these few stitches here that are blocking my zipper. Can I zip? Nope, not yet. There's one right in the teeth here that I'd like to get out. There it is. I should be doing this at the table because I really can't get the leverage I want. And I need my tweezers. So we're going to go over to the table and fix this. This is what you do when you don't read the directions. You do stuff like this. Let me put you over to the table and get my tweezers, which are in here somewhere, I think. Here, I got some here. Okay. So I think I got the stitches out. I just need the threads. And I just kind of keep trying my zipper. Go on the back maybe. And just kind of, where are we at? We're at here. Just kind of, oh, that didn't work. Oh my goodness. I've never done this before. I don't know why I did it now. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that out of there. I should. But if I can't, then I will just make another one at home for tomorrow when we put it together. It's this stitch right here that I can't, it's right in the tooth. Right in the tooth. And I can't seem to get it. Try and get it from the back. But these are really tight. They're triple stitches, so yeah, I may not be able to do that. I can probably do it if I just keep at it, but I don't want you guys to sit here and watch this. So at this point, open your zipper before it does this tack down. I think I almost have it. These tweezers are horrible. Yeah, I'll just do this off camera. If I can fix it, I will. If I have to make another one, I will for tomorrow. But yeah, this is a triple stitch, so it's like triple hard to get it out. Oh, I apologize for that, but I'm gonna have to work on that later. You guys don't want to watch that. Okay. Turn over. Yeah, I tried, but there's triple stitches. They're so tight. I will do that, but it would take me forever. Lift the zipper tab up and cut underneath. Oh, yeah. That. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I can't see any stitches there, but let's see. No, because I have an outside and then that's on the inside of it. So I'd be taking out, of course, I guess that would be okay if I took out those stitches. But, you know, again, I hate to have you guys sit here and watch me do this. Yeah, something like that. And then I can maybe get in here. I think I got the stitches out. I just have that stuck in the tooth and it won't come out, you know? Wish I had my really good tweezers. Oh, no, these aren't strong enough. I need I have some good tweezers, but I don't have them with me. So yeah, I can get it, I think. It's just, we'll do it. We will do that off camera, so you guys don't have to deal with that. But I can fix it. I think I can fix it. And if I can't fix it, like I said, I'll make one tonight and I'll have it for tomorrow. And it'll be like magic. Like it never happened. Okay. So we're doing our final stitch around. I won't go back over that again. Oh, let me, yeah, put you on the machine. Watch that. Yeah, that is a secure stitch right there. I just won't trim mine because then I will cut off my zipper pull. But we'll go through the motions. I mean, it's going to be the same. You turn it over to the back, you're going to have that extra line, I believe. Isn't it pretty though? Isn't it pretty? Oh. Okay. And we're done with our zipper pocket. And I'm sure yours works. So let's take it out of the hoop. All right. So again, I guess for this one, I would cut on this line here, this outer line, because there isn't really two here because you have a lining. So I would just cut on this one. And, you know, your zipper pull is going to be here. And then when you open it, you have a beautiful pocket. And then you have these 3 pockets. But I'm not going to cut mine yet because I'm going to do this and then I will be able to cut mine. Okay? There we go. We set that aside and now we're making 2 panels of this, the smaller divided pocket or a full pocket. So they want us to make one divided and one full. So to make the full pocket, okay, yeah, it's telling you how to skip the steps, but we'll get there when we get there. Let's do our hoop. I'm gonna do 2 of these. And these are 4.5 by 8.5 or 8.25. So you might be able, yeah, you could do this and 2 of these in a 9 by 14 for sure, I think. All right, let me get my stabilizer. There we go. Okay, let's cut off this excess. All right, oh, a little bit here. Okay, so we're gonna load I'll show you which one we're going to load here. Let us move over here where we can see the screen, kind of. Before I move you over, I'm going to position the camera here so I don't make you sick, not too sick. And I'm going to move it back. Okay, that's pretty good. I'll move it around for when I'm. Okay, let's go back. Oh, we are there. Sorry, we are there. All right. So we're going to say okay. I'm sorry. Hopefully I'm not making you sick. I didn't think you guys, I thought you guys were at the table. We're going to go home. We're going to cancel this pattern. We're going to go to embroidery. We're going to go to the pocket. And we're going to go to the USB. Now, I want the skinny one. You guys see that? Yeah, the skinny one with the line in the middle. Okay. So let's hit that one. Please wait. We're going to set and we're going to embroider. All right. Let me move you over here so I don't make you sick while I move this camera back. Okay. All right. Let's go to the machine. Okay. All right. It's a placement line for our batting. This is pocket B, right? Yeah. Pocket B padding is 5 by 9. We're doing 2 of them, so there's only 2 that are 5 by 9. So we'll get those set aside. We are going to put down our batting. There we go. Just covering the lines, just making sure. We're going to trim it. So I'll get my spatula. There we go. Here's one. I have all different ones. You're going to get to see all the different ones. Just going to go around twice. Been there, done that. I know, right? Oh my goodness. Now don't trim. Right. Yes. Yes. Not trimming. I got these other scissors here, my little snips that I just love. I just love these. I call them pincers because they remind me of the pincher bugs. I had them all over where I was growing up. I haven't seen one in years though. It's weird. Okay, placement line. And what are we going to need? We are going to need, we're on page 11. Place panel B fabric. Looks like it is lines. It's the line fabric. It's 5.5 by 9.5. We are getting close to using all of our, yeah, it's this one. Boy, I should iron my stuff here. Okay, so we're going to lay that down, and then it's going to do a tack down. At the right side. You know, with this very, very light stripe, I can't really tell. I gotta really look closely that I have the right side up. All right, over this way a little bit, over that way a little bit. Okay, tack down. What's after this? It's doing our little tick marks. And it's doing 2 sets of tick marks because you have choices here. And we'll go over there. We'll go over those when we get there. Gotta make decisions. All right, now it's the quilting. So let's start that. And let's warm up our iron because we're gonna get a pocket ready here. I'll bring you over. I am looking for panel B pocket, which is 5.5 by 11.5. Let us find that. It is in the flowers. Should be 2 of them because we're making 2. Let me bring you over. Okay, so it's these. I'm going to go ahead and do both of them because we know what we're going to have to do, right? For the next one, which is this. And fold it wrong sides together. And iron. Get that fold nice and crisp. You could start your material before you cut it. Do it before you cut though. Alright. Those are done. Let's see if we have any other preparation. I don't think so. We are getting there. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we only have 3 more hoopings after this. Oh, that's cool. And the other ones are just panels. They're just yeah. They're just panels with quilting on them. All right, let's go back to the machine. We're going to use one of these folded pockets with this made. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. What happened? Oh, let's cut. See if we can cut. Uh-oh. That was a bad sound. Right in the middle of my quilting, darn it. Let's check my bobbin. It might be getting close to empty, and when my bobbin gets close, yep. when it gets close to empty, it gets mad. So I'm just going to put a new one in. Bobbins right here. Okay, let's see. I'm going to try and find one that's not so hairy. Here we go. Just another pre-wound putting in. Gosh darn it, my chair keeps hitting that tripod. I apologize. Okay. All right, let's put this back on here. I don't think I need to rethread. I think I'm good there. I'm going to go back some stitches. I'm going to go back 10, 20. Okay, I think I'm going to go back to there. All right, cross your fingers. I think our pocket will be hiding all of that, so I think I'm okay. Yeah, when the bobbin gets low, is the bobbin sensor on? Well, there was actually quite a bit left. Well, not quite a bit, but yeah, there was like almost nothing left there. So I don't know. Yeah, maybe not, because it should have told me to change it a while ago, huh? This is an Avenir, and I don't know where that button would be. Thank you. This one or this one? This is my wedding ring. This one I got for 25 years. I said, you know, it's 25 years. I need something very, very special. Not just the out to dinner and, you know, maybe a show. 25 years. You gotta knock it out of the park. And he did. Yes, you will learn how to fix a mistake in probably every one of my salons. So, okay, let's see what's next. I think we're laying the pocket down, but you know, let's make sure we're on machine step 5. That's there. Fold the pocket, and we ironed it. We did that. Okay. For a short pocket, you can align with the lower placement ticks. For a tall pocket, because I have some messy, the below one, you could have a short pocket like this, which is cute. It's very cute. Or you can have a tall pocket. And that's what I'm going to have because my stitching in there is a mess and I don't want to look at it. Okay. I could put a little piece of tape on here. I don't really think it's necessary per se, and my fabric is shredding on the sides. Okay, so I'm gonna go. It's gonna do the tack down for the. I'm doing the deeper pocket, and I'll probably do the division too. But you have that choice. This can be one big pocket, or you can put the divider. I'm going to do the divider. I'm going to do all the things in the stuff so that you guys can see it. Now I don't think it's going to go all the way to the top because I'm doing It's kind of set for the lower pocket, I think. So just keep that in mind. Let's see. Let's see how far it goes up. I don't think it's going to go all the way up to the top because you have a choice of a lower pocket. But let's see. Yeah. So you have, you know, maybe half an inch. So yeah, just keep that in mind if you're doing the double pocket, but it really doesn't hurt the functionality, I don't think. We're done with this one. Yay. Okay. So let's go back over to the table. So I think, what did they want us to make? They wanted us to make one with, you could make one tall and one short, of course. But yeah, so they want one with the division and they want one without. So, I mean, but you can do whatever you want, of course. This cord, I'm so sorry. There we go. Okay. So we're going to be doing some cutting. We'll just cut this one. Get her ready for tomorrow. Tomorrow's the fun part, putting it all together. Okay. I have this here. We're just going to go on that outside line again. Okay. There we go. Okay. Oh, did I not take some tape off? Something's hanging on. These are kind of the side, these are the side pockets, I'm pretty sure, if I remember right. That's where my little knot is here. Okay. There we go. Yeah. It's really cute when it's all together. Okay, so there's, oh, I didn't even cut that off of there. This rotary cutter, I forgot mine that I bring from home. There we go. This is what that looks like. And like I said, you have this little lip here. Yeah, you may not want that. You may want to do the lower pocket or just have one big pocket. Two big pockets on each side would be cute and would be fun and would hold more stuff. So let's hoop up. Get rid of this sharp thing. Okay. Let's hoop up. Yeah, it's a lot of hoopings, but we're chugging right along, you know. Okay. This is like barely wide enough, but it works. Okay. Tighten it up. I just hand tighten. I don't use a screwdriver. I'm always afraid I'm gonna. I guess if you store your hoops, and you know, because I store them together, of course, the pieces, and I keep them together, and I hang them on a wall thing that I have. It's just a coat rack, really, and I just hang my hoops up on it. But I hear if you over tighten while they're being stored, you can actually warp them. So I get really nervous about over tightening my hoops. Okay, let's go over. We're just doing this pocket again, so we're back at 0, and we're just doing the same thing. Our little side panel. And we're not even going to, oh, We're not even going to load. Okay, we're not even going to load a new design yet. I'm just using the same one. Just picking up some trash here that I've got strewn around. It's good to be tidy. Okay. We're tangled toward the end. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't know if that sensor's on. I'll have to ask Jeannie at the end. Oh, let's get our batting ready. Let's see here. Let's see here. Where's my other piece of batting? These are for the other thing. Where's my batting? Did I throw it? Yep. I threw it over there. I knew it. I'm like, I cut everything. I checked it off. I made sure. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that bobbin sensor is kind of important, isn't it? Okay. And we're going to tack this down and get our snaps ready. There we go. A whistle. I told Jeannie that we should put a camera like up. There's like a cabinet behind me and we could mount a camera there. And you could see me. Like down in the corner or something. Let's see, should do something like that. Okay. I feel like this arm is just like as snugged up as it can be. Okay. All right. Placement line for our material. Let's find that. It's this one, right? It's like a 5.5 by 9.5. This is panel B and 5.5 by 9.5, yeah. So that's this one. Could use an iron on that. How we're doing. Okay, move over this way a little bit. Okay. And tack down. Round twice. We're not going to trim that. Let's see. Get our little tick marks. Another reminder, if it's tone on tone, you're going to want to mark those. They're easier to see. And we're doing the quilting. And then we're going to get our pocket that we folded and ironed. Character forward, just looking ahead here a little bit. After this, we're going to do the two little shape form. So we'll get our shape form ready. I'm going to be good and get everything ready to go for the next hooping. Two, 5.5 by 6.5. Those two. Okay. Yeah. What? Yeah. No. Cute. Okay. Got our pocket ready. We got our pocket. Should we do a short one? Do a short one that with no divider. We'll do that. Some tape ready. We'll get me thinking ahead. Okay. So we'll do a short pocket this time, which means I'm going to line up with the little tick mark. I'm going to line up with this little one here, and I'm not going to put a divider. Just have a little pocket. Okay. Oh, put some tape on here. Okay. Hold it. Oh, see, it starts at the top. Okay. So it starts at the higher tick mark. So I'm going to have to watch this because I do not want it to catch, and I shouldn't have my fingers in there, right? Let me get one of my spatulas. I'm just going to make sure that this is down. I'm going to hold it kind of like that with my spatula. But I'm still going to keep my thumb. There, we got it. Keep my thumb on the stop button. And we're going to have to worry about this side too, because it's going to go past. And this foot is low. Yep, okay, we're good. It's going to go past there, but I don't think it's going to come back down. So just keep an eye on it. Okay, we made it. I should have just taped it. We're not going to do the divider, so we're going to say okay, and we're going to stop the pattern. So we're going to need a whole new design. Let's go to the table. Okay. Take the tape off. Okay. All right. Okay, I'll eat these right now. So let's turn it over. Whoops. And on that outer line, just like all the other ones. Get that. Felt like I didn't get it. There we go. Okay. And that's what we have here. So we have our two pockets for the sides, and that's a whole pocket right there. Okay, let's hoop up. We're on a roll. Okay, goes this way. Okay, there we go. Snug it up a little bit. Tighten it up. Cut off the excess. Okay. And let's get our design. I'm going to move the camera before I move you guys, right? Because I am on the table. Yes. Oops, that's the wrong way. Let me move the camera before, so I don't make you guys sick. I don't want to do that. I don't want to make you guys sick. see how we're doing here. Okay. All right, let me change the camera. Okay, that was kind of far away from me. All right, embroidery, pocket, USB. Which one are we doing? Let's see. It's hard to tell for this one, huh? This one is, I'm turning the page. We're on page 12. Bottom panels. I'm thinking it is this one here, because it's smaller than this one. So let's see. Set. Yeah, let's look at the size. You could do this in a 5x7. Yeah, 5.5 by 4.5. That is what we want. I wish they put that on here on the page so I didn't have to go back and look. But yeah, this is the one we want. Okay, we're on embroidery. I'm gonna move the camera. Oh, there we go. Embroidery. And it's going to do a placement line for our shape form this time. We're doing the shape form. This is the bottom of our bag. We're really going to need tape for this, right? Cover that line, and then let's get some tape on there. Okay. I'm coming over and above the camera here. There we go. Okay. I'm even going to do the sides. This stuff is if it's bendy, especially if you have a bendy part. Okay. That should do it. Now we're going to do the tack down. And then I think we're trimming. Let's just make sure. We're going to trim the shape form close to the stitch. And then I'm going to use my pincers again. All right. Now it's kind of easy to cut the stitches when you're doing the shape form, so just be a little mindful of that and don't get so close. Cut through the tape. Don't cut your stitches and don't cut your stabilizer. Okay, there we go. Now that's going to do a placement line for our fabric. Let's get that ready. These are the 5.5 by 6.5 pieces with the little flowers on them. This one here. Okay, so place that over, and it's going to stitch down. Twice. And then I think it's going to do the quilting. And then we're done with this. We're going to make another one. Quick and easy. Quilting. How's everybody doing? Hanging in there? Well, we're very close to being done. These last two things go fast. It's just a lot of this. Looking at the next one. Pocket lace matting. Pocket base. Okay, we're done with that one. Let's come over to, let's hoop up for another one. And over here. go ahead and put this in here while I have it out, right? Why can't I do this? That's too funny. No, I'm good. I'm going to open it up more, I guess. All right. I know how to hoop. Okay, let's tighten it up. Just get it ready for the next one. Okay, let's put this over on the machine for when we're ready. All right, let's get our shape form. This is half of our bottom. And we're, again, just going to, gosh darn it, I hit that every time, I'm sorry. Just going to cut on that outer line like we have everything else, right? Let me make sure. Yes, remove the project from the hoop, trimming the line stitched in. Okay, so it's the outer line, just like everything else. Okay. All right. That is one of our bottom panels. Okay, let's make another one. We need two. Close that up. These are the only two pieces we need. Let's go over to the machine. And tape, we need tape. Showa. We're back at 0 because we're not changing the design, so we can just start stitching. Let me get some tape ready. Shape form. 4 pieces. Okay, here we go. Mine's got a little bendy part, so I'm going to want to tape it down pretty good. Just cover the lines. You can't see them. Up here. Okay. There we go. Tack down. Wish that we could stay on tomorrow. It's early. Oh no, you can't be here. You're gonna be at the shop tomorrow? What time? Oh, you have to run. Thank you for being here. All right. Have a wonderful rest of your day. What time will you be here, Norcal? I can come in. I have to be here anyway. And I love seeing my my quilt talk gals. They are so fun. Well, I appreciate everyone being here. I know it's we got to cut this. I know it's a lot of hooping. But this is why it's a 2-dayer. Could you imagine after all of this trying to use your brain power to put this together? I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Come around the camera here. Okay. Right. Placement line for our fabric. Move camera. Oh, what did I do? Oh, we are at the table. I'm sorry. Thank you, thank you. I hope you can make it, Kathy. Thank you for being here. Okay. Yeah, you just missed my hands and arms being in here, cutting that. There we go. Just kind of make sure it's even all the way around. You've got some room. We're going to trim it to next to nothing anyway. So let's do our tack down. And then we're just doing our little bit of quilting here. And let's get ready for the next one. What do we need? What do we need? We need our large pocket batting. So this last one, it doesn't have any pictures. It's just like they're basically saying you get it. We're not gonna do pictures for this last one hooping, but that's okay. So project batting, large pocket base, large pocket placement, large pocket fabric, which is the last two flowery ones we have. Let's see what they are. Let's just make sure we have them right. I mean, we don't have any more flowery ones. Got to be them. We'll look. This is a large pocket. 2 6.5 by 7.5, so that's right. Let's see, anything else? I think we're just making a couple of panels. Yeah, we're just getting them under the needle to quilt them. These last two, just kind of like this. Okay. think I'm going to get a couple more kids here and make some bags to fit around it. See if I can't make that happen. That would be fun. Okay, we're done with this one. Happy music. Remember to turn the camera. There we go. Take this out. Let's go ahead and hoop up. We only have 2 more. Only 2 more. And they're quickies like this. Nothing intricate. Oh, should be, well, I want a little bit on this side. This is like, there we go. Something to pull. Get it snug. Push down a little bit. And okay, we got that ready. Let's put this over by the machine. All right, let's go ahead. I hit that every time. I guess that's just the way it is. I'm sorry. I must just have that muscle memory of how I pick up this ruler. We're on the outside line. Okay, close out. And we have our second bottom panel all done. We're going now. So here I need, well, for this one, I just need 1 of each. But these are our last 2 hoopings right here. And this is what we need. So let's go over to the machine and get her started. Oh, let's find the design, right? Let me I'll move ya. Hold on. There we go. So loosen this up. Okay, we're going to go to embroidery, go to the pocket, go to the USB, and we want this one now. That one's a little smaller, this one's a little bigger. That's the only way I can really tell. I wish like it would like display the name when you clicked on it, like up here somewhere. Wouldn't that be nice if it like it's panel whatever or whatever the name of the, that would be nice. Okay, but we can figure it out. We know what to do. Okay, so let's go back over to the machine and we'll put our hoop in. I'm trying to go slow and get you where you need to be. Okay, put this on. And we're going to do a placement line. How's that view? Is that okay? Oh. I know. Put that far down. Okay, there we go. This is a new camera for me. Alright, let's do our base or our batting. New name for batting now, I guess. It's called base. Okay. We're going to have to trim that. So let's get our snips. trim this. I'm not even looking at the directions. I am living dangerously. I think I know what's going to happen. We're just going to put down our fabric and we're going to quilt it, and that's going to be that. I'm living dangerously. I shouldn't. I should look at the direction. What is this file? It's only like 4,000 stitches, so. Okay. Placement line. Okay, go up a little bit more. Let's see, looks okay. All right. I think that's good. Tack down. Okay. Now we're going to do our quilting. Oh, it goes around twice. And quilting we do. Here we go. All right. Check out these instructions tomorrow. Yeah, I see that. Okay. Tomorrow's gonna be fun. I think tomorrow is just the sewing machine, so we're not doing any more embroidering tomorrow. Just the sewing machine. Gathering up all my pieces for tomorrow. Fix my zipper. Let's do this and this. Okay. Just getting organized down here. We have to go. Okay. You will not be able to join, but it will be recorded, so you can. Okay, watch tomorrow, yay. I don't know what that is, but I hope it goes well. NGFS. I'm not sure. I hope everything goes well. Okay, yeah, the recording will be up. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate you. It has been a lot of fun. One more of these to do, and we're done for the day. All done with that? Let's get ready to do the last one. Oops, goodness, I got excited. I got too excited. I'm in my cords here. My cords are all wrapped around my chair. Let's go here. And I'll see if I can steady that camera. One more. Let's get her ready. Oh, here we go. Try to tighten her up as much as I can. That's not good. I don't like that. This was a little too narrow. But there we go. I'm just going to call that good. There's not very many stitches, so I think I'll be okay. All right. And you know me, I can't have all this hanging out here. Okay. Tight? Yeah, we're tight. Go over here. And we'll get this one done. Again. Oh, I almost hit it. I was good. I didn't shake the camera. Okay. This was a lot of hoopings, but it's worth it. Super cute. And they're not hard hoopings. They're just a lot. Nothing. The zipper pocket's the hardest one. Okay. There's that panel. Okay. Set that aside. Get our pieces here for our next hooping. And let's go to the machine. Oops, there they go on the floor. Coming unthreaded here. It's so short I can't even get it. Oh, I just rethread it. Oh, okay. We're not changing designs. Whoops. Oh, wow. Sorry. Goodness gracious. Do we need more light over here? A little bit better, huh? Bring it down on the last one. Okay. Something to hit my head on. There we go, sorry. material off the floor. Batting down. One last time. Cover those lines. And let her go. Hello. Go around twice. Sorry, my hand. Hello, Rebecca. Hello. I can't see. Is that Renata? Let me look on my phone. Yes, it is. Hello, hello. Thanks so much for being here. Okay, we're going to trim this batting. Here we go. Placement line for our material. Nothing more. Okay. Just kind of make it centered as good as you can. Doesn't have to be perfect. We trim a lot of it off. Okay. Okay. Gonna go around twice. Quilting. Go. tidy up a bit. Tomorrow we're going to start on page 14. And we're going to get this bad boy put together. It's a lot of pieces, but it's not difficult, and it's fun. It's going to be fun. Okay, look at us. We did it. Woohoo! Let's go over to the table. I'm going to turn a light on. I don't know why it suddenly got so dark in here. I'm going to lean into the camera. There we go. I feel like it just started getting dark. Okay. That was our last hooping. There's no more hoopings, not tomorrow. Can put our hoops away. Okay. Cut on this outer line. Okay. Cut on that outer line, just make sure I'm on the right line there. This is our 1/4 inch when we put it together. That's really convenient to have that there. Let's see. And that's our last panel. So let me get this sharp thing away, and we'll go over everything. Like I said, tomorrow we're going to be on page 14 in the book. That is starting to put it together. This is everything that we've done, including my zipper that I need to fix. But isn't she pretty? And this is all lining for when we put the bag together. So here we are. We've got everything we need to get started tomorrow. Okay, thank you guys so much for being with me today. We got it done. Can you believe it? It's It wasn't so bad, was it? A lot of hoops. But it's worth it in the long run. Okay, we'll see, hopefully I'll see you tomorrow at 1 o'clock when we start putting this together. And don't forget Quilt Talk is tomorrow. That's going to be fun. That's tomorrow morning. And we'll see you then. Thank you so much for being here, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful rest of your day.